Attention, everyone. The unpleasant noise you are about to hear coming from your radio is not a mistake. Please do not turn off your radio, but turn up the volume on your receiver as high as it can go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, young and old. Nothing is final. I'm your host, Sir Elliot of Youth. We're going to speak to Chris Murphy.
I'm here with Mr. Chris Murphy. Mr. Murphy, how are you?
I'm very well. I'm in the middle of an Irish bank holiday, so the world is going slow and I'm going at about the same speed.
An Irish bank holiday, where are you exactly?
I am down in West Cork, right on the kind of southwest tip of Ireland, in a place called Ballydehop, which I think is about as Irish sounding as you can get, frankly.
We're recording this off a mobile phone. To me, that sounded like Fanny on the Hop.
Bally, as in like Ballycathedral, the hop.
So Ballydehop.
Yeah.
Ballydehop. And what have you been doing in Ballydehop?
Today I'm here because I'm very, very slowly making my way across to a place called Skibbereen for a concert there this evening.
And have you played at all since you've been out in Ireland? Have you done any performing?
Yeah. There's a little kind of community of musicians in the area where I'm staying, and we've had just jams in recording studio sort of spaces, and then gone out and done just kind of short concerts. Been to a few kind of open sessions, which they're open. They're not like open mics. They're kind of places where everyone plays in one large group.
You've sent me across some pictures. I'm rather shocked to see you smoking in that picture. There's a man that looks exactly like you, holding a red guitar and smoking a cigarette. Looks like you've lost a bit of weight. It looks like you've aged a bit during your travels. Why are you smoking? That's not a good impression for the young people. Are you denying that that's you?
I am denying that's me. I'm frankly affected.
That must be some relation of yours. That must be like an older brother or something.
No relation at all, except for, well, possibly distant. I don't know. No established relationship.
Well, we'll set up some sort of a vote for the next podcast. How many people think that does look exactly like you?
It's actually me.
Yeah. The other thing that you mentioned, because Chris has dropped me a couple of emails before we've done this, and you mentioned that you had either met or done some work with Colin, can't pronounce his second name very well.
I want to say Van der Kamp, but it's really not.
Yeah, Vern Combe or something like that?
Yes, Vern Combe, that's it.
But again, for people, I doubt many people know who he was, or people younger than me. He was a singer, had a band called Black, and they had a top 10 hit back in 1987 with a single called Wonderful Life, which is currently, and I don't know if you know this, Mr. Murphy,
I did.
but it's currently being used.
Because he's very happy about the fact that Katie Melody has used it, and I think it's going to possibly pay for improvements to his already very nice house.
No need to run and hide. It's a wonderful, wonderful.
Is he still writing music then? Is he still
Still
performing?
writing music, still performing, yeah, absolutely. Still that singer-songwriter style, but very much tapping into that kind of very well-supported scene around here, good places to play, and I think he tours around Ireland and still tours around the UK a fair bit.
We need to do something educational. What's a reel? A jig, and a hornpipe, of all things. What are they?
A lot of it is dance-based. So a reel is the most kind of common that you tend to get, and it's 4/4 time, and I'd almost say it works a bit like the jazz world works. You've got a set of standards, you've got kind of certain tunes, but over time, lots of additions they take these different forms. So a reel is kind of a fast 4/4 time. What else did you have on your list? You had the reel,
the jig, and the hornpipe.
What was the second one?
The jig.
Okay. So a jig is in 6/8 time. So you've got to be thinking in terms of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, again, very fast, same kind of structure, and yeah, just got that wonderful kind of bouncy 6/8 sort of time. Once you know your kind of key, you're working with 3 or 4 chords,
Right.
most of it. So worst comes to the worst, you'll be in the right ballpark, and it moves so fast that anyway, if you slightly mess it up, it's gone. It's done by then. So you just lock in.
I'm about to play for everybody some, I believe it's some Martin Hayes that we're going to listen to. Just tell me a little bit about Martin Hayes.
Okay, so Martin Hayes is a fantastic fiddle player. His style of playing is he will quite happily play the same reel for 8-10 minutes, just running it round and round. But the movement of the piece and the emotional change within it will come from his expressive way of playing it. Yeah. So
all right.
he's kind of the top guy.
I'm going to put in a bit of Martin Hayes for everyone now.
Beautiful.
So that was a bit of Martin Hayes. He's Mr. Murphy. I don't know if you know, but he's also just released a little documentary called "The Sound of a Country," where he's been to India, and he's worked with a lot of musicians out there. I'm going to put a link on our new website to it. It's only a short little 40-minute thing, but really interesting. Just well worth a watch. Should you be anywhere with a Wi-Fi connection?
Oh, what a beautiful thing that would be.
Right, we're going to go on to questions from home.
Okay.
So I've got a number of questions here from young people. I want honest answers. Are you ready for questions from home?
Yes.
So the first question is from a listener called Chelsea Stewart. She wants to know, why did you leave?
Why did I leave? Because I think you've always got to kind of pick out times when you've broaden your knowledge a little bit, and sometimes you have to go to different places in order to do that. And then once you've done it, you're able to then kind of bring that in and improve what you do, and sort of bring it back home almost. And I think that was kind of the thing for me, and I think it is. It's proving to be that way. I think it's really helped to be in a different place with a different way of doing things, and not a place that you're thinking, oh, I want to stay here, but a place that's just kind of giving you another perspective that you can then take the bits that you like back to the places that you know.
All right. The second question is a question from Mo. She would like to know, if you had a pet goat, what would you call it? And also, would you let Mo cuddle it?
I definitely let Mo cuddle it. I don't know, I feel like it's something like Bertie. I'd like to have Bertie the goat.
There you go, Mo. Mr. Murphy will name his goat Bertie. Lucy, who I believe lives slightly outside of Milton Keynes, she would like to know, how many times have you lost your keys, your wallet and your phone?
Wallet, I think, lost and not got back. I would say, I think twice. Phone, I think I've probably in my time I've lost about 10 phones. Keys, I couldn't even begin to count, frankly. I think probably in the ballpark of 10 to 20.
Is this during the time you've been in Ireland, or is this your lifetime loss?
I thought you meant today. No, that's a lifetime losing things. But then I wasn't trusted with many of those things until the age of about 25. So we're really only talking in the last few years.
Oh, Taylor would like to know, are you going to Belgium?
I'm not planning to go to Belgium, except for I am talking to... I need to work out how to do the whole Skype thing by Thursday, because I'm supposed to be talking to someone in Belgium that runs music support things in Southern Africa, to talk to them about how my kind of plans for working out there might fit in with what they already do, or alternatively, if I can hook in with what they're doing.
A question now from Regan Murphy. No relation, I don't think. Regan wants to know, if you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I would go for... I can't even remember how to say it. Agitis by Sigur Rós. It's their second album, and it basically means good start, which is kind of odd because it's their second album.
Well, again, due to the quality of the phone line, the album you want to listen to for the rest of your life is Gunsenswaffen by Shinsenslaffen.
I'll post the link. I will send the link over so that they can enjoy the full beauty of it.
Excellent. Just a couple more questions left. This is a two-part question. This is from Tash, who is a youth worker in Milton Keynes. Tash would like you to look down. So, are you looking down?
Yep.
And now she wants to know, are your laces tied?
Yes.
That's astonishing. It strikes me that the legacy you've left behind here is of a man that loses everything and walks around with his shoelaces untied.
I'm glad you remember me as I was.
Your final question is from little Jordan. She wants to know if you miss working with the young people of Milton Keynes.
I do, yeah. No, it's been the biggest kind of... it's been the biggest thing to get used to. I think you adapt to new places quite easily, but you takes a bit longer to get used to not having the same things going on. Yeah.
And Kayla Wright would just like you to say hello to her. Could you say hello to Kayla for us?
Hello, Kayla.
Brilliant. Well done, Mr. Murphy. That's the end of your questions for this particular podcast. I'm sure there will be more. Just finally, before we let you go, what are you doing next? What happens next for Murphy? Sort of after Ireland, where do you go next?
Yeah, by about this time next week, I'll be landing in Reykjavik, and about to go to the Airwaves Festival over in Iceland.
And how long are you staying in Iceland for?
At least 2 weeks. Possibly, I think it's more than that. I can't remember how long.
Fantastic. Mr. Murphy, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Nobody misses you. Nobody can even remember your name.
Good.
So it's
Chris.
Thank you very much, Mr. Murphy. We'll speak to you soon.